first day that C.S. Lewis called Jack and his future wife, Joy Davidman, met face-to-face in September of 1952, he took her on a tour of Magdalen College, where he was the tutor of English literature. Founded in 1948, it was one of the 35 colleges at Oxford University, resting on the River Cherwell outside the medieval gates of the city. On that first day together, they ambled through the cloister, the dining room, the High Anglican Chapel, the Deer Park, and the famous Addison's Walk, where Jack came to convert after a long night's discussion with Tolkien and Hugo Dyson. He stated that there on that walk, in the Trinity term of 1929, I gave in, and admitted that God was God, and knelt and prayed, and perhaps that night, the most dejected and reluctant convert in all of England. Joy was enchanted by the medieval architecture and gardens, all on 120 acres of parkland right in the middle of Oxford. She toured his rooms in the new building, and by new, we mean 1733. His rooms were a trinity made of a bedroom, office, and sitting room where he tutored his students, where he often slept and studied, and where he founded the Inklings, a group of Oxford writers, including Tolkien, Dyson, Owen Barfield, and Charles Williams. And this is where Joy would eventually work on her own writing and poetry as well. Joy spent those days at Magdalen 20 years before women were even admitted. She learned that teaching is done with tutors, not in classrooms. For Joy, Magdalen was a man's domain, but this never caused her to cower. She was as well-read and intellectual as the lot of them. For Joy, this was the college where her eventual husband Jack taught. It was a landscape where they fell in love, where her sons ran through the parks and to the top of the spired tower overlooking all of Oxford. Magdalen College of Oxford University is a revered place of history, and it is also a setting in Becoming Mrs. Lewis, the most improbable love story of Joy Davidman and C.S. Lewis.